Somewhere far from here, there is a city that stands by itself, in a cold, harsh land ravaged by hazardous weather. Its settlers have lived there for generations, and this place is all many of them have ever known. It's been this way, time out of mind. There is Hailstone City. Hailstone City is a bastion of safety from the rough hurricanes, biting snowstorms, pounding rain, and especially the common hailstones that strike every other day. This time of peace and prosperity is all thanks to the machine, an invention by the city's resident genius inventor, Dr. Gray. Using pre-prepared materials, it can use scans of the doctor's sought blueprints to forge a barrier that protects the city instantaneously. It is often put up whenever harsh weather is predicted and disassembled to allow for gentle rain to fall on the city's crops. It's evening in Hailstone City, and the sun sets over the lab, home of Dr. Gray and his apprentices, also known as the Lab Runners. The doctor is working on his dream project, preparations for space travel, namely, a stasis pod where a potential astronaut can stay in stasis, like hibernation, for months on end. Before entering the stasis pod, he entrusts the lab and all that's in it to his 3 pupils. There's the ever-cautious, ever-passionate, and ever-idealistic Alan Atkins, though he can perhaps be a bit too cautious at times. To him, the doctor entrusts his formulas and laboratory equipment, as well as the chores. There's the soft-spoken and gentle Beau Brooks, who has a bit of a soft spot for music, though she does have a fear of the unknown outside of a proper lab setting. To her, he entrusts his prototypes, which require precise timing and monitoring, as well as Lab, the rat, his pet rat. There's the doctor's first apprentice, Charles Carpenter. Though they could call him Charles, Mr. Carpenter just seems more natural to them all. He's the most by-the-book, stoic, no-nonsense apprentice of the 3. He's also the eldest, most experienced one. If he's following a recipe and even just one ingredient is missing, he won't even think of making it. A substitution? Where's that? To him, the doctor entrusts the keys to the lab and all that's in it, for him to look after and make use of as needed, as well as his journal. To all of them, he leaves his manuals, which he wrote specifically, in a clear, careful handwriting so they can read it. Dr. Gray enters the stasis pod, but little does everyone in the city know that's the last they'll see of him for a long time. That very night, an unpredictable lightning storm like Hailstone has never seen strikes the city, wreaking havoc. Even the machine couldn't react fast enough. The apprentices scramble to hold things together as best they can. The apprentices rummage through the pages of the manuals and the journal, but can't find anything about what to do. In the chaos, the lab was struck by lightning. The machine was directly struck and split in half. The special gears are broken. The main steam engine has fallen apart, and a crack has formed in the fuel tank, causing all the fuel to drain away. The materials gathered to make the machine were acquired back in Dr. Gray's old inventory days when he was a young man, when he wandered the lands outside Hailstone City. They don't have any spares. It seems all is lost. Dr. Gray is still asleep in the stasis pod. The emergency wake-up button appears to have been fried in a lightning storm. They'll have to wait for the stasis to end before the doctor awakens, but there's not enough time. A meteor is predicted to hit Hailstone City in just 3 days, and without the weather machine, the whole city is doomed. There's no place to go except the old underground shelter from centuries ago. The apprentices look around. The city will have to abandon their homes, farmland, water resources, and so much that they've built upon the foundation of the city. Not only that, there doesn't seem to be enough space for the whole population at the ancient shelter. The mayor immediately begins plans for building an impromptu shelter, but no one has done anything like this in, well, ages, and there's not enough time. The lab runners are determined. The apprentices won't let this horrible situation be as it is, and are sure there's something they can do. With the guidance of the manuals and the journal, they decide to leave the city to find materials that can rebuild the machine. They'll need the blueprint for fixing the machine, the hardy gears made of a mysterious metal, and the special fuel that can be used for a steam engine. But besides the fearsome weather, there are rumors of dangerous creatures and lethal flora and fauna, as well as who knows what else out there that lie outside the boundaries of Hailstone City. The lab runners have to leave the safety of the familiar city to find materials needed to rebuild the machine. With just their minds, some of the doctor's gadgets, and each other, can they save the city before the meteor strikes?